What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have something really interesting for you. We're gonna be talking about how a lioness gives birth in the wild. Or maybe not as interesting. Today's video is actually about living costs in Canggu Bali during the pandemic period. I will cover the costs of housing and compare it with previous accommodation prices. We'll then move forward and look at the costs for transportation, meaning renting a bike or a moped in Bali. And we'll then wrap up with looking at the costs for meals, entertainment, and anything else. And as a bonus, we will also discuss the costs of getting a social or business visa. We know currently Bali is on lockdown till 14th of January, but when it opens up for everyone, or at least for business travelers, you will have the link in the description to the local agent that will help you obtain the right visa for you. And with that being said, my name is Alex, I'm an online entrepreneur and real estate investor. Please like the video, comment below if you have anything to ask me, and subscribe to keep the YouTube algorithm going. And with that said, let's begin. Indonesia was in quarantine since March 2020 last year, and that includes Bali as well. So since those times, tourists couldn't travel easily to the island, and that's why we had a couple of lockdowns and a couple of restrictions, such as getting the business visa or social visa to be able to arrive on the island. And of course, since Bali is heavily dependent on tourism and the hospitality services, that impacted a lot the island and the business that's been going on for many years before. Bali rapidly rose to one of the most popular destinations in the world, with tourists of 5 million people a year coming in and out. So that of course impacted also the prices of accommodation and transport and meals, anything else. But that changed dramatically with the appearance of COVID. Anyway, there are people who benefited of this situation, and if you were planning to go to Bali or moving to the island, this is probably the best time to do so. Not only you will get really cheap prices and very good accommodation deals, you will also see the real Bali and experience the actual nature, the people there. You will have less tourists surrounding you, so you will actually live the real Bali experience. With no traffic jams, no queues at the restaurants, and no people going in and out and getting drunk on the streets, you will be able to see what Bali is like and why is it compared to a real paradise. However, today is not the day when I'll sell Bali to you. We will actually look at the real figures and the real costs that we currently have in Canggu Bali. Before the quarantine and the lockdown, the prices in Canggu area were very different and were dependent on also the high seasons. Although we always had average prices for guest house rooms, and that was in the range of 4 to 7 million Indonesian rupiah, which is about $300 to $600. 300 being for the lowest class guest houses with nothing but a good room with air conditioning and a good swimming pool if you're lucky. In our case, we were selling our rooms in the guest house for around $500 to $700, which changed completely with the appearance of COVID. And currently, if we look at our daily rates, it's usually about $14 to $20. If you see on the screen, you have $16, which we can charge for this specific day for one room. And then per month we have a discount of 30% because you're staying longer, and that's going to end up being about $342 per month. So what do you usually get with that deal? You have a big room, 20 to 25 meters squared, with one king size bedroom, and a ensuite bathroom with a balcony and also the access to a public pool that is only for the residents of that guest house. You also have a kitchen and an area to work out. At our place, we also have a restaurant on site where you can order all kinds of foods on very cheap prices, even compared to the local average. There is also on-site cleaning services, so they can get your stuff, clean it, and then iron it and bring it to your doorstep. And all that costs not more than $3 to $4, and it's really easy to use. Moreover, that all includes the bills and utilities. You have to pay nothing but $342 per month, and that's the current price, but it could fluctuate between $300 to $450 in this situation. So first thing, you have the monthly price per accommodation, which is $342, and then we move on to discuss the transportation costs. In Bali, everyone uses a scooter or a mechanic bike, which could be rented at very cheap prices nowadays because of the COVID pandemic. So if before you were renting out an NMAX for about 1.3 to 1.6 million Indonesian rupiahs, nowadays you can rent it out for 1 million, even less Indonesian rupiahs per month, and that is about 60 to 70 US dollars. And that's really cheap. And also we should notice that this price is for an NMAX, which is a slightly bigger motorbike, and if you want to get a smaller one, like a Scoopy for example, you would probably get it not more than $50 a month. And adding it up with the accommodation costs, this would be around $400 for both accommodation and transport costs. So now we covered the two main costs that you experience wherever you travel in this world, or even if you live at home. These are the major monthly expenses. And if we move forward to look at the entertainment and meals costs in Bali, that's also slightly changed in the pandemic period, as nowadays you have a lot of offers from different restaurants in different areas. But in Canggu specifically, there are a lot of discounts for the specific days or time of the day. And also for different services, everything is much cheaper nowadays. You have massages that used to be around $15 to $20 per session, 1 hour. Now it costs around $5 to $6. Usually in Canggu, you don't really cook unless you really want to keep your diet, if you have a specific one. But even though you have a lot of restaurants with vegetarian or vegan options where you can simply go and order whatever the hell you want and have a really good meal at the price of a Coke in Europe. So a meal in Canggu was usually priced at around $10 to $20, and now you can definitely get it for about $5 to $10. The price is a bit bigger than in other areas of Bali or Indonesia because Canggu is more of an expat area with lots of Australian places, European looking like places, and the prices significantly changed according to the area. So long story short, you have your accommodation costs, your transport costs, and your meals costs, adding up to roughly about $600 per month. And that is a really low sum of money, especially if you earn an European or even an American salary. And that's exactly why you should go to Bali just now. But there is a big but, because now you can't actually travel to Bali because there is a lockdown and no one could enter unless you are a resident or you have a kitas, which is a Indonesian working permit. So going back to what I said in the beginning of this video, it's about the bonus part with the visas, how you can get one, what is the cost of it, and what's the best place to get it from. I found a lot of agents that were offering this kind of services, but the one that I thought is most trustworthy, it's the balivisas.com, which has a very good step-by-step guide on how to get the visa, what kind of visa you want to get, what is the price, and how long you need to wait to receive it. You also have the access to their WhatsApp number, and you can contact them at any time and understand where are you in the application process, how long you need to wait, and where you need to send the money. So it's a really easy process, and the visa was priced at about $460. It's left to the authorities of Indonesia and Bali to see if that's the same price that we will have after 14th of January. However, this is what they were asking for everyone to pay before 14th of January, and I truly believe that's going to be the same price. It depends only on two things, which is either you get a very priority visa, which is done in 3 days and it's about $40 to $50 more expensive, or you get the second type of visa delivery, which takes about 7 to 10 working days, and it's about the same, $50 to $60 cheaper, so something like that. You need to check with the website, and that's exactly why I will leave a link in the description below so you can have a look and ask me any questions or them on the WhatsApp. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you are traveling to Bali, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know your itinerary or what you're planning to do there, because I will be going there very soon, and I really want to meet every one of you there. I have a lot of friends living in Bali at the moment, and I can't wait to get back there. It is a truly fantastic place, and I really hope all this pandemic thing is going to end up soon and we will all be able to travel like we used to be before. And with that being said, please don't forget to like the video if you did like the video. If you didn't, please tell me in the comments below, because I'm always open to feedback and I want to know how to improve in the future. Leave a subscribe button to keep the YouTube algorithm going, and if you have any more questions, contact me via Instagram, and see you next time.